Well, I'm Stuart Lutz, and started here in 1995 as the executive director.
My name is Audie Lawley. I have known Stuart since the summer he started here at Camp Zephyr. My relationship with Zephyr started as a director of children's ministry at First Baptist Church in Corpus Christi, and I brought kids from that church community to Zephyr for Kids Camp. And then through that, there developed a time when I served kind of on the leadership with building kids camp and putting everything together for kids. And then that morphed into me doing the role of Kids Camp Director for Camp Zephyr.
Hello, my name's Gert. I'm currently the Program Director here at Camp Zephyr. I have known Stuart since, I believe, 2008 with Kids Camp and stuff like that. So 2008 till now I'm the Program Director. It's been fun. It's been a wild ride.
Hello, my name is Nate Westbrook. I was a full-time summer staffer for 3.5 summers. I worked out here between 2006 and 2011. One of the most pivotal times of my college and my early career was coming out to Zephyr and really just enjoying being out here.
I'm the executive director at Camp Zephyr, taking over for Stuart after his 30 years serving in that role. I've known Stuart for about 12 years now.
I have worked here for a lot of years. I started as a summer staffer in 2004 and then started working full-time in 2006. So I guess I've worked with Stuart now for 21 years. So it's been a long time.
So my name's Aubrey. I am Stuart's daughter-in-law. Known him since I was probably in 5th or 6th grade. Lived here, got married here. Love Stuart. He's the best.
I'm Tyler Lutz. I'm one of Stuart's sons, one of 2 twin boys. That's my sister, what she'll tell you, of course. I moved here to Zephyr in 95. I was 7.
Yep.
And love Zephyr. It's a special place. Love my dad, and happy to see him retire.
My name is Sierra. I am youngest of 3, Stuart's daughter. I was born and raised here.
Hello, my name is Mike Sanchez. I'm maintenance director here at Camp Zephyr. I've been here for about 4 years and been serving under Stuart this time. And so it's been great to get to work alongside him.
My name is Tony Lutz, and I am Stuart's wife. And our affiliation began with Camp Zephyr back in 1981. We were summer staff, and we met here at Camp Zephyr, worked 3 summers, and then we started dating and got engaged in the fall of 1983, married in May of 1984, and then started in full-time camp ministry at Chaparral Baptist Assembly. We were there for 6 years. Then God called us to Lake Tomahawk, where Stuart was camp director. And then after 5 years there, Stuart received a call from the former director of Zephyr Baptist Encampment, who we worked for as summer staff. Anyway, he asked Stuart if he was interested in maybe putting his name in the hat for becoming the director of Zephyr Baptist Encampment. And so, of course, we did. And, we didn't know if the Lord would allow it to be full circle for us to come back to the place where we met. But it was his will and his desire for us. And so here we are 30 years later.
Stuart, in just a few words, would be servant leader. He's always in his faith, but also head down work, and always wanting to make sure that he's pushing others in front of him. So he's servant leader. So leading from the back is really how I would describe him.
He is a man of few words. He was somebody who his actions would define who he is. He was a servant leader, always led the staff here at Zephyr by example. And you knew you could always be confident that there was never anything he would ask them to do that he wasn't willing to do himself.
You'd have to use words like dedicated, servant leader. He's the kind of guy that always is out there in the middle in the trenches, helping out staff, doing what's needed to make camp a success.
One of my favorite things about my dad is his servant leadership, and that he's gonna be in pots and pans. He mows the rec field. Like, he would come home sometimes and I'm like, what'd you do today? He's like, I painted doors. And I'm like, are you not the director of a camp? And so just his work ethic is that he values everything, and he knows that every piece is a part of the whole. And people always joke about, if Stuart asks you to do anything, you stop what you're doing no matter what and you go help him. But I truly believe that he would do the same for you.
And so I think that gave the staff the confidence to do the things that they were being asked to do, because they knew it wasn't, they knew it was all vital work, vital to the calling of Zephyr, and vital to the mission of the summer programming and the things that were going on. And so that was what made him unique, is that he wasn't a just do as I say kind of person. He was definitely a do as I do kind of person.
He's really personable, but very direct at the same time. There's no question about, whenever you speak with Stuart, he's going to tell you what he means. You're going to know exactly what he wants if he's asking you to do something. And then he's going to make sure that you're equipped with what you need to accomplish whatever you're working on, whether it's work goals, personal goals, faith goals, etc. He's very straightforward, very easy to get along with, and just all around great person.
Stuart always goes back to the mission of creating a distraction-free environment where people can encounter Christ. He wants that for campers. He wants that for kids. He always talks about keeping camp like kid-focused, to where they can encounter Jesus. And then he loves working hard. And so one of the things that I always think that he's known for is, when he's ready to move, y'all better watch out and get on board, because when he's moving, we're all moving. So
Over the years, I've just watched him grow, and in his faith, he's always been involved in church as well as the camp itself. But, he just wants to surrender each day. You never know what you're going to face when you come to camp each day. What's gonna face you for the day. So that was always important to him. And I just, watched him grow closer and closer to the Lord in our marriage, and also as a camp director.
There's something so reassuring about, for all these years, knowing that Stuart's going to be at Zephyr, and he's going to be, checking the pool and doing his things. And I think that's just something to be admired and respected. It's just that consistent faithfulness, being obedient in the place where God has you day in and day out, even when it's not easy.
I think his biggest impact here has been just the fact that he has continually improved camp as he started out here. I actually came out as a camper in the 90s, and coming back to work here, the whole camp looks totally different. And so, Stuart always kept things moving, kept things changing.
There's something special about Zephyr to me, and probably to a whole lot of people, but just being here and then following his leadership as we continue to grow, and you just knew you were where God wanted you to be.
So I always called Stuart Mr. Zephyr. That was what I called him from day one. He was Mr. Zephyr to me. And it's fun for me to think through all the other Mr. Zephyrs that are out there in the world. Because again, Stuart he gave all to leading these kids, and not in such a way as do as I do, just get in line and do as you're told. He made each one of those kids here feel like their role, no matter what their role was an absolutely vital link to making sure the calling of Zephyr was true, but yet it was that leadership, that quiet work for the vision that made each task seem important. And now here we are all these years later, and there's generations of these kids out there who are now working professionals and fathers and moms, and they have kids of their own, and yet what they were taught here to be true to a calling, I know it's being reflected in their work environments, in their home environments, and in their families. And that's exciting to think about, that ripple effect that's going to take place for generations to come.
The impact has been immeasurable. I don't know if there's a way to even quantify the amount of people who have found their faith when they've come out to Zephyr. Whether it was just for a weekend or for a whole week or just for one event.
Yeah, I would say it was more, I guess, noticeable like the older that we got, actually realizing the difference from like it, Zephyr was just what we knew, so it was normal. Everything was, it just, the summers came and staffers came and we facilitated, campers and all of that, but then there's this hidden working around of how he, like, I guess, moved in people's lives and came across and was a part of so many different people's story that you don't really realize it, when you're younger, but then as you get older, he the amount of lives that he touched just in the position that he had and the amount of people that he came in contact with was pretty massive.
Watching our kids grow up as camp kids and just wanting to serve alongside him and wanting to be a part of the camp ministry. And that's my favorite memory of just being here at Zephyr and watching him as he submitted to the Lord and walked with the Lord, and my kids kind of following in his footsteps. So that's been my favorite memory about being here at this camp.
Man, I really believe that because of Stuart's heart for Christ and keeping himself centered on the Lord, that flows into his leadership, flows into where camp is spiritually continuing to seek and bring people to the gospel of Jesus.
Every summer there's always a first day of camp, and I enjoy sitting and watching the kids pile out of the buses and the vans with the excitement on their face, and just knowing that, they'll be here for 4 days, 5 days, and hear the gospel. And also on Emmaus walks, they always still need one more table than we have.
As Stuart retires, I just want to say thank you for a job well done, for being dedicated even through the hard times and through the rough patches. He never lost faith in who he was in Christ and what God had called him to here at Zephyr. And again, Zephyr is what it is because of what he's done over the last 30 years. So I look forward to what's going to happen over the next 30 years, and I hope that we can honor his legacy here in what we do.
To continue to find the joy in your family. He and Tony, they love their kids and their grands, and take the time to continue to just relish the joy that comes with this season of life, and to know and to be confident that what he did here was truly some amazing work.
It really has been a pleasure.
I just hope he takes away that just the experience and getting to be a part of Zephyr's heritage. Just this camp, and just that God chose us to be here. And we just feel very fulfilled that we got to be a part of it for as long as we have for this past 30 years. And so for him, I just hope that he just kind of relishes in that just the fact that thank you, Lord, that you allowed me this opportunity to serve you. It's such a beautiful place, and so many memories have happened here, so many milestones. It's just been a blessing. This place has just been a blessing to us. And so, so that would be what I would want him to remember and myself to remember.
I'm going to miss having him at camp. I've never worked at Zephyr without him, so it'll be different. I'll miss hearing what he says on the porch in the mornings because you never know what he's going to say. Like, crazy things have come out of his mouth on the porch. So I'll definitely miss that. But I'm grateful. It's been quite a ride, and I'm just thankful for the time I've been able to have working with him here at Zephyr.
When God looks at his work, he's gonna say, Stuart, you were a good and faithful servant. And I just know that now is his time to rest and pass that torch on to the next generation of people who are gonna serve out here at camp.
That we're just all super proud of you. We're grateful for how you've led at Zephyr, how you've led so many of us, and how the legacy doesn't end when you're done. Like, it's carried on in so many people, so many staff, so many families and marriages, I think, are impacted by Stuart and Tony.
Way to go, Stuart. Good job, man. Enjoy Alaska, enjoy Colorado, live life, enjoy it, don't forget. And hey, you can become a board member here at Camp Zephyr. It'd be so good. But know that you're loved, know that you left a great legacy honoring Christ, man. Proud of you.
You know, you're going to miss all of it. You're going to miss the summers, miss summer staff, and the relationships you build with them. It'll continue to grow, continue to flourish, continue to lead kids to Christ, you know, and just stand on the foundation of what Zephyr was created to be, which is a place for kids to experience Christ. And that's the hope, that's the filter that through my whole ministry we kept it on, is how's it going to affect summer. And so that's what I hope they continue to carry on. Enjoyed working with every one of y'all, and pray that the Lord continues to bless you through the ministry of Zephyr. And thanks for letting me lead you for a while.
Awesome, and that'll do it.
That's it.
Yep.
All right, edit about half that out.
All right.